Hi everyone, and welcome to this third video. It's an introduction to computer programming, and we're trying to create a Flappy Bird game using Scratch. So far we've developed a game with a stage which has a Flappy Bird, a red wall, and a black line. And the red wall will move from the right side to the left side of the stage until it hits the black line, and when it hits the black line or touches the black line, it will return to this edge of the stage. Now this edge has an X value of 240. That's one of the things that we looked at in the previous tutorial. So let's have a look at the current situation. I'm just going to play today's game and see if you can notice anything different about the situation. Do you see what's going on here? Ooh, look at the red wall. The red wall is now randomly different. Oh no, I've got to go all the way up there. Oh my goodness. And then it's all the way down here. Come on. Ah! So you can see that the red wall has a gap in a different place now every time the wall appears. So we're adding more challenge to the game, and every computer game needs a challenge or we're just going to get bored. So I'm going to start to explain how we can do this, and then you're going to figure out the rest of the problem. First of all, let's look at the wall sprite, and I'm just going to look into the costumes. And as you can see, I have 4 different costumes. One with the gap near the top, one with the gap near the middle, one with the gap at the bottom, and another costume with the gap a little bit further up. I'm just going to make one more. So I'm going to right click on this one. I'm going to duplicate it. Here we go. This is number 5. I'm going to use the select tool to select this bit, and I'm just going to move that up a little bit. Then I'm going to select this one, and we'll move that up as well. So here is costume number 5. Now then, if we go into the wall script, what we need to figure out is... Whoops, something just happened to my costume. What happened? Okay, I'll fix that in a minute. Let's just go to the scripts. What we're doing this time, well, before we look at the script, guys, in fact, we're not going to look at the script today. I'm just going to give you the challenge. Let's look at the game logic for what's going on here. If the red wall touches the black line, set the X value to 240. Well, we've done that already in the last tutorial. And switch the costume to a random one. Switch the costume to a random one. If the wall touches the black line, set the X value of the red wall to 240 and switch the costume to a random one. So what that means is, when we switch the costume, sometimes we'll see this 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 costume. Okay, it's just random. I've got 5 costumes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my computer program will pick one at random. Can you figure out, using your current script from tutorial 2, can you figure out how to switch the costume to, no, not nearly, but I want a random costume from 1 to 5. Secondly, before we finish today's video, I just want to give you one more challenge. Let's go back to the game logic. If Flappy touches the red wall, the game stops. So that's another thing we're going to have to think about. We're going to add some magic code to our Flappy Bird sprite. If the Flappy Bird touches the red wall, the game stops. So can you figure out these 2 things. Have a go.